airplane. Becky, you better be pleased that you're not traveling with me today.
I've made it. I'm now in Edinburgh. There are people going to be walking past imminently and I'm feeling a little uncomfortable, but I'm trying to force myself to vlog. But I'm here. I'm waiting for the bus. It's really cold and windy, but that's fine. It's March, so I've already seen 2 people in kilts and I'd landed, what, 20 minutes ago, so that's pretty good. The exciting times all round. So yeah, just waiting for the bus. And then going straight to Edinburgh Yarn Festival. Yeah, I'm quite excited. I had no other knitters on my bus, so that's a little awkward. I'm here, significantly colder and wetter than last year. I'm going in. I got in, no problems, everything's fine. Oh, I am out of focus though. I feel like I should try and find a map, but I feel like wandering and being lost is much more fun. Oh, there's so many people here, how exciting. I'm just going to take you around with me because I haven't met up with anyone yet because I've just got in, out of the cold, I got rid of my bag. So, I'm just going to take you around with me and you can be my company for a while. Significantly later. I haven't been walking around the whole time. I've actually just been sat in the podcaster lounge most of the time. But I got a little overwhelmed. But I just did something most out of character and just went and bought a sweater's quantity of yarn. So that's slightly stressful, but it wasn't too expensive, so it was okay. Yeah, having a great time hanging out. I need to film more because I'm not doing a great job, but I'm here for the long weekend, so my theory is I can film tomorrow and Saturday as well. So I basically spent most of the day sat in the podcaster lounge. It's the knit night in about 1/4 hour, so I decided about half an hour ago I needed some fresh air and daylight, and it's still quite light considering it's 6:45. So I left and came to Asda, ever so glamorously, to buy some Lucozade, to be fair, and for a change of scenery and to be by myself for a little bit, so then I can go back in rejuvenated. Oh, my bag's under my eyes. But yeah, knit night, I'm really excited. she attacked me, not literally, at Nottingham Yarn Expo, and then yeah, I've decided to get my own back on her in Edinburgh.
My turn.
Yeah, so this is Hannah, which is she has the Kawaii Bookworm.
Yes.
Plays with Yarn podcast.
Yes.
Yes. I remember it. It's not complicated. I just couldn't remember if it was Kawaii Bookworm plays with Yarn, or but we got there.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's
fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're having a great time. It's lots of fun.
Lots of fun.
Yeah. Bought lots of things.
Lots of things bought. Lots of things bought. Lots of damage done to the wallet.
Yeah. Yeah. So I have also spent quite a lot of money today that I hadn't intended on spending, but that's fine.
I feel like that always happens. Like you plan and you're like, I'm not gonna go over, and then out the window.
I went off plan. Walking around by myself was a dangerous thing. But yes. Okay, so I've come outside because Becky is on one of these two buses that's just coming around the corner, and I'm so excited. Becky's almost here. I miss her so much. Becky's here! Becky's here! But she came off the bus and I cried so hard. I'm so excited. But it's so red. So this is post Yarn Festival cuisine, some cheeky chicken nuggets and some snacks before we go and hang out. We're waiting for our Uber and eating chicken nuggets, being as British as we can be.
We judge no one.
Zero judgment-free zone in the nugget place. Welcome to day 3. Been a bit, not that great with vlogging this year. I don't know why, I just haven't been. It's day 3. Got off to a late start, it's now 12:30, and there is snow falling. I don't know if you can see it in the background. I mean, it's not much. The sky is still blue, but there is a bit of snow. But I'm about to go and get the bus. Like I say, it's super late. I've had a morning filled with tea and snuggling babies, which is fantastic. I was going to film it, but my camera was in the other room, and I had a baby on my lap all the time, one of the two, and they were very sweet, and one fell asleep, and then I couldn't move, and yeah, so I'm about to go now for the final day of the Yarn Festival. So this is the back of the Volmizer bag. We got translations going on. So Pearl is to like knit left, and then we've got, what else did I get excited about? Skip is Überspringen, which means to jump over, and then, oh hi by the way, and then we've got, I can't think of what anything else is, but they've got fantastic words. Überwurf, which means to throw. Learning so much. What more could you need? I get so excited about German things. Yeah. snow. There is a lot of snow. Not a lot, but there is some. Also woken up feeling like arse. Just post-festival flu, I think. Sniffly nose, very sore throat. Spending the day lying low with a cup of tea and what I'm promised is a really good scone. Yes. So I have decided to head to the airport. It's ridiculously early. I'm like 4 hours before my flight, but it's cold. I'm ill. I just want to sit and drink tea somewhere quiet. So I'm going to the airport. It's March, for God's sake. Bye. Although my flight's not for 4 hours. Let's see if I can check in. And here we are, back in Nottingham. Oh, so, last I saw you, I was at the airport. A lot happened after that. I just didn't really fancy filming. So, as the gate was meant to be announced, as you can hear, my voice sounds a bit weird. My ears are all bunged up, so if I'm speaking a bit strangely, can't really hear myself. I have a cup of tea. I intend on going back to bed after this, but I really want to get this vlog edited and out there for you because I've had a lot of people asking me, so I thought I'd do it. Yes, so as the gate was meant to be announced, they announced that 3 or 4 flights, domestic flights, got cancelled. The one I was on was one of them. Kind of annoying. We imagine it's due to the snow. Luckily, as they announced it, I bumped into Tracy of Nora George Yarns and her husband, who were meant to be on the same flight that I was on, and they were obviously eager to get back as well. Not only because they were tired, but they have kiddywinks at home who were staying with Tracy's parents, I believe. Anyway, doesn't matter. We were stood in the queue for a while, waiting to talk to the info desk, when we decided to just rent a car and drive back. I say we. Tracy's husband, bless him, drove the whole way back. It was good 4.5 hours back to the airport, and then Mario came, picked me up and drove home. This meant I got home about 1 AM. I was meant to be home by, I don't know, 9:15. But yeah, kind of annoying, and not really a situation I'd want to be in traveling by myself, so I'm very glad I bumped into Tracy and her husband, because I don't know what I would have done. Actually no, that's a lie, I do know what I would have done. I think I would have gone back and stayed an extra night with the ladies that I was staying with and got up early and got a train the next morning, because there was one that wasn't too expensive, but it was an inconvenience I didn't want to have to deal with. I just wanted to get home. I felt ill, I felt tired. I was coming down off the high that was Edinburgh Yarn Festival, and yes, I just wanted to be home. So we drove back. The roads were clear, the roads were fine, didn't see an awful lot of snow, there wasn't that much ice. Got back no problem, ish. Except for, you know, the fact that we had to drive 260 something miles. But yes, we're back, we made it back, and that part is behind us. I can focus on all the great things that happened. I'm not going to gush too much about EYF. You saw everything that happened. I didn't vlog as much this year as I did last year. Going by myself was definitely different than going with Becky. I felt a bit more self-conscious filming things, but that's okay. I fell into the groove of it, which was good, and I focused more on having a great time than filming lots of things. And I had some people before I went ask me to do some live streams, and I did contemplate it, but unfortunately the internet inside the venue was not the best. There was a lot of people on one lot of Wi-Fi, and because there were a lot of people in one space, it did also mean that my mobile data wasn't working that well. So I posted as much to Insta stories as I remembered to, and yes, you've got this vlog here. So I got some really fantastic badges. This was the little project bag that I took with me. I bought it when I went to Estonia. I got a fabulous stitch marker from Knitting I Love. And then I got a selection of badges. These two are my badges, and I have some left, so they will be going in my Etsy shop for anyone who's interested in buying them. I got a knittography badge, I got a Rusty Ferrets badge, I got a Tipsy Knits, I got a Shit Tea and Tray Bake badge, and then I got my Ravelry badge. And I kind of want to wipe off what I've written and rewrite it with neater handwriting. But that's because I'm that kind of person. But we got all the Ravelry badges at the knit night. And I do just want to show you what I've accomplished. So I knit a pair of socks in 4 days. That's ridiculous. I didn't even think I had that much knitting time. I didn't sit and knit continuously. I cast them on the plane on the way to Edinburgh, obviously. And then I was turning the heel the next day at the podcaster meetup. Managed to finish the foot that night at the the little knit night that we organised with ourselves, and cast the next one on and finished it in less than 24 hours. To be fair, on that last day I was in Edinburgh, all I did basically all day was knit, which was really nice. It's what I needed. But yes, this is the EYF 2017 colourway by Cosmic Strings, and yeah, I got a new pair of socks this weekend, so just goes to show I can crack out a pair of socks still if I want to. Anyway, you're not here for all of that. You want to see what I bought. I know what you're thinking. I know how your brain works. So I have a suitcase of yarn here. I can't show you that one. That is a surprise. So let's pop that to one side. Okay. Oh, I also got a style award from the Stephen and Penelope booth for my exploration station. Stephen always came up to me and commented on my exploration station, and it was I was not prepared, so I got a little bit flustered because I was, you know, preparing, like psyching myself to go up and talk to him, and he spoke to me first, and I was really unprepared, so I forgot to ask him for a photo and regret it slightly, but that's okay. That's okay. It was the only person that I got starstruck with this year. That's okay. That's not bad. One person. Okay. Let's start with that first sweater quantity that I talked about in my vlog, shall we? So, I went to the Isolde booth and bought some rustic Scandinavian yarn. This is a really dark navy blue colour. I got 5 of them. This is the Rauma Lamwollgarn. I don't know, can't speak Norwegian. I think it's Norwegian. But it's a really beautiful dark blue. And then I've got 1 skein each of a whitish cream colour and 1 of a seafoam green colour. And I'm going to make the new sweater pattern that Ellie of Skeindid Knits has recently come out with, which is called the Blomfjell sweater. It's like a colourwork yoke, it's cropped, and well, it doesn't have to be cropped, but so this is obviously going to be the main body part, and yes, I just thought they looked really nice together. You know, I love me a bit of seafoam green, so that happened. That was the first thing. I think it feels quite soft. It would be scratchy by some people's standards, but it's nothing horrific. I'm quite excited to knit this. Yes. Okay. Then I did most of my damage the next morning. On that first Thursday, I got so overwhelmed walking into the marketplace, I just had to leave. But the next morning, I got up and went in for 9 o'clock, which I was able to do thanks to my podcaster pass. So I was in there by 9 o'clock, and that's when most of the damage was done. I feel quite proud. I stuck to my budget. I stuck under my budget, if truth be told. And this is the only single skein that I bought. So it's by Cosmic Strings again, and this is their EYF 2018 colour. Oh, it looks good on camera. This was snow dyed a couple of weeks ago. It snowed, as well as this past weekend. A couple of weeks ago, the UK had a relative amount of snow, and the lovely dyers behind Cosmic Strings scooped it up, brought it inside their house, and dyed the EYF 2018 colourway, which does mean that no two skeins are the same, which I quite like. But I'm excited to knit, maybe next year on my way to Edinburgh Yarn Festival, knit a pair of socks. So yes, that was that purchase. Then I went across to Martin's Lab, saw this colour and had to buy it. So for those of you who follow Becky on Instagram, who is Soprano Knits, you will have seen that she smashed out a jumper in 8 days. It was a cropped jumper. When I mean cropped jumper, I don't mean like under the boob crop top. I mean like waist length to go with A-line skirts and such. I have a fair few A-line skirts in my wardrobe, and I need some more tops to wear with them. So I know I'm going to be knitting an A-line top out of these two skeins, and this is their 100% superwash merino, 400 meters per 100 gram skein, and this is in the colour mint, and it's just a really lovely, well, clues in the name, mint colour with some subtle speckles by Martin's Lab. It's got some yellow and some pink and some blue and some of my hair, and it's just a really pretty colour. So yes, I will be making a crop top to go with some of my A-line skirts, as this mint colour will go with a couple of them, which is quite useful. This is why it's quite useful just having like a set colour palette that you stick to when you dress, because it means that anything you buy goes with everything. Although the next thing I'm going to show you is very off-brand for me. For those of you who have been following me for a while, you will know that my colours are predominantly purples and mint greens and teals, and sometimes a little bit of pink, but nothing too horrendous. They're all pretty much one colour back here. Well, they're not, they're quite varied. Oh, and also I like very pale skeins that are heavily speckled in colour. But I went to Rusty Ferret's booth and was talking to the lovely ladies there and saw this skein, and it is as bright as you are seeing it. It's just going to blow out the camera completely, isn't it? It's a very bright yellow, neon yellow, and this is called Sunbeams. The label says it's 100% superwash merino, 25% nylon, so I'm going to say it's 75-25. 425 meters per 100 grams, and yes, I love this. It's so bright and vibrant. So to go with it, to tone it down, because I mean I can't just wear that, because that, no, I mean if you can just wear that, 10 out of 10. But I also picked up this skein, which is called Quarantine, same base, and it's a grey colour that's still got the neon speckles in, and it's also got some black speckles, and it looks like the black's broken a bit, so there's some brown, or she's also speckled some brown on it, because they go really nicely together. And then I also picked up this skein, which is Static, also the same base, and this is just like a tonal charcoal grey black colour, and I thought these three together will look like a slightly radioactive Hufflepuff scarf, but at the same time hopefully these two will tone down how highlighty yellow this one is. And I'm sorry I keep looking at the screen, I'm just trying to make sure that everything is in focus. So yes, hopefully these two will tone down that middle one. I'm very excited. I think this is going to be a 3-colour shawl. I don't think it's going to be a jumper. I don't think I can get away with wearing a neon yellow jumper, I won't lie. But yes, any 3-colour shawl pattern suggestions that you really enjoy, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and I will look them up on Ravelry and pick one. Knitting or crochet, either I'm happy with. I do want to start doing more crochet, But yes, I'm happy with either knitting or crochet suggestions. And then I went back on the Saturday and I decided, I packed all of everything I've shown you so far away, had a bit more space, had a look at my bank account, realised I'm okay. I'm allowed to buy another sweater's quantity of yarn, which is potentially stupid. It's not really a decision you come to, is it? Most people, when they're under budget, think, oh good, I'm under budget, let's save it. But no. The day before, I had seen Kristen of Vullenpine and chatted with her, seen a sweater's quantity that she had purchased, or was that on the Thursday? Anyway, at some point, I'd seen a sweater's quantity that she had purchased from John Arbon, and it was so pretty. And the yarn was so soft. I went and got myself a sweater's quantity. So last year I bought my very first sweater's quantity of yarn and it was a very intimidating experience, and this year I've bought 3 technically. So last year I knit my first jumper, as I keep saying. I made the Blue Hour sweater by Suvi Simola, I think. Pretty sure. I want to knit another one basically, so this is going to be the main colour. This is 100% pure Falklands merino wool. This is by John Arbon. This is in the colour KBN93. It is their 4-ply yarn. It's non-superwash, hand wash only, and it's just this fantastic teal colour. So we're back on brand now, back to being predictable. No more neon yellow surprises. Yes, and then I bought 2 25-gram mini skeins to be the contrast striped colour, which is, it wasn't quite in their black colour. This is in KBN02, and I think I could have got away with only having 1 mini skein, but I got 2 just in case. And it's just a really dark, almost black charcoal grey, and it's just going to be very different from the first Blue Hour sweater that I knit, and I'm quite excited. So yes, these are going to go together, and it's going to be nice and soft, and I'm super excited. And then Kristen, the little cheeky one, bless her, gifted me a skein of yarn again, because she's such a sweetie pie. I got a skein of Dragon Tears on her footsie base, which is superwash, blue face Leicester and nylon 80/20, 365 meters per 100 grams. So it's a bit of a plumper sock yarn. But this is her Dragon Tears colourway, which I have been in love with since she showed it, not only because of the name, but partly because of the name, but also because it's greens and teal and just, oh, so nice. So thank you so much, Kristen, for being such a lovely, generous person. Thank you so much. I had such a lovely time this weekend. Oh yeah, that's it. I did also get 1 other skein of yarn, but that is for a collaboration that I will be doing, and is therefore a surprise right now. But yes, I had such a wonderful time. I met some new people that I hadn't spoken to in person before. I met the lovely hosts of the Tipsy Knits podcast, which is Pip and Sia, and they are so lovely. I met Carola, who is also lovely. I'm just going to keep saying everyone's lovely, so I'll stop. I got to know Kirsty, who is, oh, I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of your podcast, Kirsty. Grenade Creations? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I have 0 Scottish in my family. I mean, I probably do at some point quite far back, but I'm very English. And Aileen, who is Little Bush Baby. Also, I kind of had to mention her because it's her mission to get mentioned on as many podcasts as possible without having a podcast. So that's another one ticked off for you, Aileen. And I got to meet Ellie of Skein Knits in the flesh. That was it's an odd expression. Oh my goodness, I saw Becky again, and it was the best part of the trip. I didn't realise how much I missed her until I saw her. I was waiting at that bus stop for her to get off the bus, and as soon as I saw her stood at that door, I just burst into tears, and we hugged so hard and I just cried. I didn't know how much I missed her. Sorry. It was so good to see her again, even if it was only for a matter of hours. And Becky, I will definitely be coming to visit you in the summer. I will stop. Every time I talk about Becky, I cry. It's ridiculous. And yes, I've got pyjamas on. It's very much a lazy day here today. Let's have a sip of tea and get a hold of myself. I'm British, we don't have emotions. Okay. It was so lovely to stay with the ladies that we stayed with last year, Rebecca and Helen, who, bless them, now have twins, a boy and a girl. They, yeah, they are fantastic, both the twins and the ladies. So I had a lot of baby cuddles, and babies are just so cute until they start crying, and then I don't know what to do with them and I panic. But luckily there was always someone to take the baby away from me when he or she started to cry. It was so lovely to see Kristen again as well. This is the problem when you live in a different country to your friends. You never see your friends because they live in different countries or different continents. I do really want to try and head on over to the States. I really want to go to Rhinebeck and all of that, but it's just money, isn't it? Everything's all about money. But yes, I had such a fantastic weekend getting to know so many lovely new people, seeing so many lovely people that I've seen before, meeting internet friends and whatnot. Anyway, I will stop gushing because me crying has just completely thrown me off. Can you tell? Yeah, a little bit. It's quite obvious, isn't it? It's really obvious when I get thrown off. It's frustrating. So while I feel like I've bought more than I did last year, at the same time I feel like I bought less, because everything I've bought has a partner except for this one, which is going to be a pair of socks and is therefore allowed to not have a partner. Yeah, everything's got a purpose, and that's quite a comforting feeling. So cool. Thank you so much for watching my vlog. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. It's just below this video where you can do that. That helps to get my channel out into the atmosphere a bit more and helps to get it seen, which is always useful when YouTube is a part of my income. I'm very transparent about that. Also, if you would like to and you think that my podcast would be your kind of thing, feel free to subscribe. You can do that also below this video. It will mean that whenever I post a video, it will pop up in your subscription feed, which is on the main page of YouTube, and you can also hit the little bell icon next to the subscribe button, and then you'll get a notification through on either your web browser or on your phone, tablet, that kind of thing, to say that I've posted a video. So that means you get to see it first. Yay! Yes, I hope that you enjoyed my vlog this year. Thank you so much for watching it. It really means a lot to me. I really enjoy vlogging and doing these kinds of things. I now do also need to go and edit my Sweden vlog because I've not done that yet either. I went there 3 weeks ago almost now, so I need to get on top of that. But yes, thank you again so much for watching, and I shall see you very soon in my next podcast. Bye!